So far, we have seen how to paint manually and how to project from photos. But there's also a way to generate textures from procedural pattern. NoiseMaker is an interesting and useful tool to do just that. So let's see how it works. So I have this dog model here, and I have already unwrapped this before. So that's why you can see there is no subdivision level, because to unwrap a UV unwrap, you need to remove all different kind of subdivision that you have. So I removed all the subdivision and then I unwrapped it, and you can see that if I will go to the UV map and morph it, it's already unwrapped. So I will go back here. Now, what I will do is that for this purpose, for tutorial of this purpose, I will press Control D so that it will subdivide it 2 or 3 times. Now it is already subdivided, and now it will work better with that noise maker tool here. So now let's see where is the noise tool here. So noise tool, let me close all this. Noise tool you can find is always in the surface. So if you will go to the surface option here, you will see there is an option here called noise. So if you will click on the noise, it will open a completely different interface for you here. Now, whatever changes you will see here, that will be temporary. So you don't have to worry about if you will find some artifacts or those things, because those will be removed once you will apply that. So let me zoom here. Okay, so to zoom, you just have to be inside the zoom option. And then if you want to move it, you just have to be inside the moving option here. So we can easily do that. You just click move here, and if you want to zoom, you can click and zoom here. That also you can do, or you can use your Zbrush regular navigation tool. Now here we have no noise at this stage. So to generate the noise, you have to just scale up your noise. There is noise, but the noise is so tiny that it is hard to see. So if I will zoom in very close, then maybe you will be able to see that. Or what I can do here is that I will zoom out a bit and increase the strength of the noise here. So if I will increase the strength of the noise, maybe you can see now. Okay, so this is how the noise is, but the noise itself is too small here. It depends on the size of your model. So it is the size is like little bit bigger, and you can say it is closer to the real world scale. That's why you have this kind of effect over here. But if your model is not like same as it should be in the real world, so you will have some weird sort of awkward sort of a result here. Okay, so I can here undo this because I don't want to apply too much strength to it. Okay, so whatever strength was there, I will just go to that part here, or something like this. Okay, now noise scale. If I increase the noise scale, you can see that it is increasing the scale of that noise, the size of that noise over here. So if I will move this here somewhere, so you can clearly see what is going on here. Okay, now if I increase it more, you can see that it is becoming more and more. You can see some artifacts, but don't worry about these artifacts because that will be removed once you will apply this. So I can increase or decrease the size of this noise over here. So there's a very generic basic kind of noise. This is a very generic noise here, very basic noise. So it is created very roughly noise, like rough noise sort of things, like bump map over here. So you can change it with your strength, just like you can increase or decrease the strength as I did it before, and then you can increase the like noise. Rest of the things I really don't work with it because I don't find a way of, like I don't find like them to work at most of the time. But whenever it is needed, then you can work with these. These are pretty advanced options here. So beside the regular noise, there are a lot of different type of patterns that we can apply as noise as well. So those you can find in the noise plugin. So this is called noise plug here, which is a noise plugin basically. So if I click here, okay, so it will open it up, this window. And what is this window showing me? It is giving me a lot of different kind of noises. Okay, by default it gives you checkerboard, which is some sort of noise here. Okay, and you have other noises like Berlin noise, plate noise, psychedelic, so whatever you can choose. And there are some of these settings if you want to change these settings. Okay, but usually if you don't want to change, it's totally up to you. It interactively update. Maybe I will change the size of it here. Okay, so maybe I don't want this to be too high or something like that, and maybe I can rotate it if I want, or I can have a little bit more depth of a style here. So just like that, if I will press OK here, and once I will do here, you can see that I have a I have noise scale here, I have plugin scale here. Now plugin scale, if I will change it, okay, bigger or small, you can see that it shows that checker noise here. Can you see this effect like this? So it is showing me basically that that part of the or like a noise plugin over here. Okay, so I can change that, but it is working side by side with the noise scale also. So if I will change the noise scale, it will work with the noise scale as well. Okay, I can turn off this, okay, by pressing on the mix, okay, or going to the different option here. And what else I can do over here is that I can turn off this whole regular noise, and only I can keep this noise plugin. So if I only want a noise plugin, what I will do here is that, as I told you before, there is a mix option here, and you can see the mix is here 0.5. 0.5 mix means that the my regular noise and my noise plugin, which is the checkerboard noise, are mixed 50-50. If I will go all the way to this part, so it will show me only the regular noise. But if I will go completely to this side, it will only show me the noise plugin. So that's how you can do that. So if you don't want to see the regular noise, you can just go all the way here. But if you want to see a regular noise a little bit, maybe, or just like this, or maybe you can go with this part. And I can go here and change the scale of this. As I'm changing this, you can see some sort of these kind of effect is appearing here. Okay, so that's one thing that you can do with this. So, but let me uncheck, like completely move to the extreme left side, so I can remove the regular noise entirely. So I can only work with my basic noise pattern over here. Okay, so if I will go to the noise scale, I can, oh, this is the regular noise scale. So this is the noise scale for the plugin here. And here, one thing that we have is basically two different kind of mapping techniques, 3D and UV. Right now, we are in the 3D. Okay, so like this is, you have to keep in mind that you have two different types. So, but we will go to this later on. Let's do one thing. Let's change this checker to something else. Like let me go to the edit mode here, and I will get back this option. Now instead of checkerboard, let me choose something else here. Let's go to the snake skin and see what we get over here. So if I go here and apply some sort of changes here, maybe the scale amount, okay, and press a little bit down, okay, and this one I can, or not so much, it's not doing anything else here. Okay, so I will just leave it and press OK here, and now it is changed to that scale. Okay, but it's not showing me much of a changes over here, so probably I have to do some more changes there. Okay, so I will go to edit here, back here and see what else we can change here. Okay, so I think let's change the size. I think size is too big. Let me reduce it to something around 2. Okay, so I'm getting something over here. Let me change this to more lower. Later on we can think about how we can change it. Okay, and let's see here if I do something here. Okay, mm, I'll change this one, but for now I will just keep it this way. So you can see that something is there, and if I will change the plugin scale here, you can see that it is giving me that scale part here. Okay, so if I'll keep on decreasing the size, you can see what kind of effect I'm getting here. Now, as you know, it works with the 3D and UV. Let me switch to UV. I think that way it will give me a better result. So if I will switch to UV, so you can see that it has changed something here. Okay, and if I'll change this UV scale, so it is kind of giving me some sort of a different result. Now if I will increase the strength here, okay, a bit, and go back to edit here, okay, bring that back here and try to change this size, see if it helps. Okay, maybe 5 or something. Okay, so you can see that it's doing some sort of a change here. So as soon as I'm changing this, you can see what's going on here. Okay, so maybe I will give it a 25. Let's give it a shot of 25. Let's see what happens if I do that. If I'll go here and change from here, so you can see I'm getting something on this screen here. Okay, and if I go back 3D, it will give me something like this. So let's do it on the 3D. Okay, and you can see that now I'm getting something. I'm getting something like a snake skin sort of thing here. Okay, so I can increase that strength over here, and I can make it much more smaller here. Maybe if you will switch to UV, you will see much more better here, this part. Okay, so it's up to you what you want to use. So I will use UV here so that I can see uh better skins or like thing. And maybe what I can do here is that I can go back to edit. Okay, and inside the edit I can rotate the angles of these. Okay, so maybe you want to rotate this in a way or something like that. Okay, so totally up to you. So if I want to rotate it in this way and keep everything as and the other way around, so it's up to you. So I have something like this. Now something else you can do is you can add your own photo texture to this. So if we go to the alpha on and off here, if you click over here, it will ask you where is your image. So let me quickly go to my. Now, by the way, this file is already in the link in the description below. If you will download those files, you will get this one there. So don't worry about this. But if you have your own file, go ahead and you can use that. So I will choose this one and press open over here. And you can see this is already loaded here. Now, once this is loaded, what you only need to do is that you have to uncheck this noise plugin because I don't want to use this noise plugin anymore. So when as soon I will unpress this, or you can say uncheck this or deactivate this, you will see this pattern is now showing up. So this is basic on the noise scale, so I can use this alpha scale. So this is basically my alpha. So if I will change the size of this alpha, so actually it will change the size the way I want this alpha to be there. Okay, so now you can see that it is giving me a nice pattern over here. So looks kind of very surreal, just like Dali used to paint. Okay, so this is how Dali used to paint when he was alive. A very great artist, one of my favorites. One. So this is how you can bring your own map file and you can apply this. So regular noise will be scaled from here. Plugin if you're using will be scaled from this, and if you're bringing your own, so you have to choose this alpha scale. So this is basically the alpha that you have bring your own. If you want to play this with the size of it, you have to play with this alpha scale. So I tend to use UV mode more when I'm using an alpha, and that's why you can see the result is quite nice. So keep it to UV if you want to use your on alpha over here. So now when you're happy with this result, you can just click OK, and once you will press the OK, so what you are seeing right now is just like a preview. It's not the real mesh over here. So it's just a preview trick. It's not actually created all this detail in the geometry on the model. It's just sort of like a bump map. However, if you want, you can convert into actual geometry by going to apply to the mesh. So just press here, apply to mesh. So depending on how much subdivision level you have, it will apply accordingly. So once I will press this, so you can see that this is how it has applied on my model here. Because I didn't had a lot of subdivision level, so I got this kind of an effect here. So if I will undo this one, and then let me press Control D 2 3 more times, and also if I will go to edit, okay, and strength, if I will use a quite less strength and then press OK. Now I have a subdivision level up to 6. Maybe let me add one more here. Okay, but this will make my computer slower, so I think I will go back to 6. That's much more better, and delete the higher one because I cannot compromise with a lot of subdivision over here. Now I will go back to the surface, and now if I will press apply to mesh, so you will see the result will be better than as it was before. Okay, so now it is quite good enough. Okay, subtle, not harsh like it was before, and also I have this the whole kind of a engraved pattern all over this dot. So what I will do over here is that I will just press Ctrl Z over here, just go back to where I was before. Okay, and what I want over here is that, let me undo this, see if I have undone it. Yep, it is undo. I have did undo. Now I will go edit back to the edit mode over here. Now why I did that is that, let me show you how we can create a mask by using this same noise pattern here. So I just want to increase the strength just for masking purposes. Okay, and press OK over here, and once I'm done, so I will click on mask by noise. So as soon as I will click on mask by noise, it will not give me that engraving that it did before. It will only give me the mask. Now as my subdivision level was quite high, okay, and I increased the strength, so I got this nice mask over here. Now what I can do over here, I can easily paint with any color, so it will not paint on the mask, it will paint right over my the area which is not masked. So I can go back here, and I can go to my painting brush here, make this bigger. Okay, choose my color here and start painting on here. Okay, now as you can see, I have painted here, and if I will press Control, click here, drag this, so you will see that it has not painted on the mask, it has painted on the area which was outside the mask. Or what else we can do here is that if I will press Control and click over here, it will invert the mask, and now I can take some other color here, for example yellow, and start painting with that yellow color here. Okay, and then if I will press Control, drag over here to remove the mask, so you can see I got this nice result. So this will help you a lot for to create these kind of patterns. Okay, so let's undo that and go back as to my dog where I was here. Let me remove all the mask, and why I did that, so that we can go to that last part. So one final thing that I want to show you here is that Lightbox, if I will go here, it comes with its own noise makers here. So you can see it's like filled up with different kind of noises. You can drag this up. By the way, you can drag up or down also to make this screen bigger or smaller. So I don't know why it's not doing on my screen here, but actually if you, yeah, so if you can move it up or down, you can make this screen smaller or bigger for the lights box. So totally up to you. So you can see there are a lot of different kind of noises, so you can select the one that you like. You just double click on it. Suppose I like this one, I will double click on it and press comma, and you can see it will apply on my character just like that. Okay, and you can easily edit that. Like I don't want it to be on the 3D, I want it to be on the UV. I can use that and I can do so many changes here. So this is how you can apply noises from your uh, Lightbox, and you can create your own. So the noisemakers in the Lightbox can be a good place to start when you want to make these kinds of textures and patterns. You can always go to the edit, you can change whatever you don't like, and then you will have this. The one I really like over here, I most of the time use, are the camouflage. Okay, so somewhere they are here, and I like this one. It's kind of give me a very nice effect over here if I'm creating something related to games that are related to war and those kind of things. Okay, so what I showed you is what you'll be using 95% of the time. There are a very few other settings and other options that you will be using in there. But I also don't use those quite as often, but feel free to play with those settings if you want, and see what it can do. So if you have liked my video, please feel free to click on to share it with your friends, and click on the like button if you have enjoyed, you have learned something. Also, if you have any question, leave it in the comment section below. And I will highly appreciate if you'll share my video on your social media accounts, and help me to get more subscribers. So this will help me a lot. So guys, take care of yourself till we meet in the next section.